I'm continuing to read the chapter. In the previous chapter, I introduced about Nelson Mandela, the struggle they went through, and how they all won the, you can say, democracy for their nation. So we are continuing reading from this page. Please open to this page in your book. A few moments later, we all lifted our eyes in awe as a spectacular array of South African jets, helicopters, and troop carriers roared in perfect formation over the Union buildings. It was not only a display of pinpoint precision and military force, but a demonstration of the military's loyalty to democracy, to a new government that had been freely and fairly elected. Only moments before, the highest generals of the South African Defence Force and Police, their chests bedecked with ribbons and medals from days gone by, saluted me and pledged for their loyalty. I was not unmindful of the fact that not so many years before, they would not have saluted but arrested me. आई एम टेकिंग अ ब्रेक हियर, आई एक्सप्लेन. तो जब कोई इम्पॉर्टेंट सेरेमनी होती है, कोई भी पॉलिटिकल सेरेमनी होती है या कोई भी नेशनल सेरेमनी होती है, यू ऑल वुड नो कि जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल यू ऑल मस्ट हैव सीन द रिपब्लिक डे परेड, इंडिपेंडेंस डे सेलिब्रेशंस. इन ऑल दोज the defense forces, the military forces, and many more such groups which symbolize nation's unity, they present some of their, you can say, presentations or antics or something like that. तो ये जो presentations दी जाती हैं वो हमेशा national events पे, they are common in all countries. तो आई हैव पुट अ ब्रैकेट एंड ऑल डेमोन्स्ट्रेशंस वर परफॉर्म्ड द वेरियस आर्म्ड फोर्सेज. इसको इतना है, आप एक बार रीड कर लो. इफ़ यू कैन लर्न समथिंग फ्रॉम हियर, इट इज़ अप टू यू. अदरवाइज इतना इनफ है, बेसिक के लिए इनफ है कि डेमोन्स्ट्रेशंस बाय वेरियस आर्म्ड फोर्सेज वर प्रेजेंटेड. उसके आगे क्या होता है? ओनली मोमेंट्स बिफोर, अब कुछ ही मोमेंट्स पहले, अब जो प्रेसिडेंट है नेल्सन मंडेला, वो कुछ सोच रहे हैं यहाँ पे. क्या सोच रहे हैं उनकी, अब ये पार्ट उनकी स्पीच का नहीं है, ये पार्ट है उनका जो हमें, ही इज़ टेलिंग अबाउट दैट डे. व्हाट डज ही थिंक? ही थिंक्स दैट you all very well are aware that Nelson Mandela also was jailed because of the struggle for freedom. Now, because he was jailed, there were so many people who did not look at him with respect, because whenever you struggle for something, whenever you raise your voice against oppressive government, you are also insulted. But now, how he has emerged as a victorious man, so he recalls, there are 2-3 things that you need to understand. He says कि अभी अभी highest generals of the South African Defence Force and their police and these people have saluted me and they have pledged their loyalty in front of me. He says now I am thinking, I was not unmindful means he was thinking the fact that not so many years before they would not have saluted but arrested me. He says अगर कुछ साल पहले मैं इनके सामने आता तो ये मुझे सल्यूट नहीं करते, मुझे अरेस्ट करते, क्योंकि बिफोर just a few years back I was struggling and my struggle was against these people who are the most dutiful people to the government. Then he leaves this topic and then he comes back to the presentation thing. A chevron of Impala jets left a smoke trail of the black, red, green, blue and gold of the new South African flag. So the flag, combination of the colors of the flag were shown in the sky by jets. तो इस पैराग्राफ में 3 बातें. एक तो डेमोन्स्ट्रेशंस, सेकेंड वो सोचते हैं कि मिसबिहेवियर जो भी उनके साथ हुआ ड्यूरिंग अरेस्ट इन लोगों ने किया, और कुछ साल पहले तक they were so, they misbehaved with him, thinking that he is misbehaving with the government. And now time has changed, he has become the president. And secondly, last of all, he says that there was a demonstration about relating to the flag. अब ये क्वेश्चन जो भी स्काई ब्लू कलर में हाईलाइटेड है, इट वेरी ऑफन इट इज़ आस्क्ड, इसमें थोड़ा सा लर्न करना पड़ेगा. द डे वॉज सिम्बलाइज्ड फॉर मी बाय द प्लेइंग ऑफ आर 2 national anthems. The vision of whites singing Nkosi Sikelel Africa and blacks singing Die Stem, the old anthem of the Republic. So there were two national anthems that were sung. First, and they sang it the other way. Whites, the vision of the whites. These people, they were singing Nkosi Sikelel Africa. This was the national anthem of the Africans, and blacks were singing Die Stem. This was the national anthem of the whites. Although that day neither group knew the lyrics of the anthem they once despised, they would soon know the words by heart. Now these two national anthems had become compulsory for the entire nation. The opposite people, the opposite community did not know the national anthem of the other community. But today they had to sing each other's national anthems. These names you'll have to learn. On the day of the inauguration, I was overwhelmed with the sense of history. अब उसको सारी हिस्ट्री याद आती है जो कुछ उनके साथ इन सालों में हुआ. In the first decade of 20th century, a few years after the bitter Anglo-Boer War and before my own birth, the white-skinned people of South Africa patched up their differences and erected a system of racial domination against the dark-skinned people of their own land. तो 20th सेंचुरी के बिगनिंग में सिंपल सी बात को यहाँ पे ये कह रहे हैं एंग्लो बोर वॉर के बाद और जस्ट बिफोर द बर्थ ऑफ नेल्सन मंडेला द वाइट्स दे हैड डिसाइडेड दे क्रिएटेड देयर ओन स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ डोमिनेटेड पावर अगेंस्ट द डार्क कलर्ड पीपल इन दिस लैंड. This structure they created formed the basis of one of the harshest, most inhumane societies the world has ever known. And slowly they became very, very harsh and very, very inhumane. And because of it, the struggles, the challenges of the dark people, they started becoming very, very difficult. Now in the last decade of 20th centuries and my own 8th decade as a man, he's above 80 now, that system had been overturned forever. So this is where we end this page. So here he talks about what all has happened with his people. And replaced by one that recognized the rights and freedoms of all people regardless of their color of the skin. He is very happy that now his country is going to obey and it is going to follow the system of equality, system of freedom. तो इसमें भी कोई खास पॉइंट ऐसा लर्न करने वाला नहीं था एक्सेप्ट नेम ऑफ द वॉर एंड हिज एज. And now he knows that after so many decades of struggle, now we have come to a system of uniformity and equality. इस पैराग्राफ में that day had come about through the unimaginable sacrifices of thousands of my people whose suffering and courage can never be counted or repaid. अब यहाँ पे he will recall all those people who have suffered, who have been courageous, who also risked their lives, some laid their lives, who lost so much in this struggle to achieve freedom. अब उनके बारे में वो बात करेंगे. अब तक तो लाइन सिंपल थी. I felt as I have so many other days I was simply the sum of those African patriots who had gone before me. That long and noble line ended. अब वो कह रहे हैं कि वो लाइन ख़त्म हो गई है. And now began again with me. I was pained that I was not able to thank them क्योंकि बहुत से लोग मर चुके थे उनमें से and that they were not able to see what their sacrifices had wrought. और वो देख नहीं पाए कि उनकी sacrifices ने क्या दिया उनके nation को. The policy of apartheid created a deep and lasting wound in my country. Apartheid की वजह से country के सभी लोग बहुत they were very badly as if they were injured. All of us will spend many years, if not generations, recovering from that profound hurt, but the decades of oppression and brutality had another unintended effect, and that was it produced the Oliver Tambos, the Walter Sisulus, the Chief Luthillas, the Yusuf Dadus, the Bram Fishers and the Robert Sobukors of our time. These were men of such extraordinary character. अब यहाँ पे I'll tell you two things. There is a line, please underline what I tell you. The decades of oppression and brutality, please underline it properly and mark it, it is very important. The decades of oppression and brutality had another unintended effect and that was that it produced. अब produced के बाद come to the next page. It is on the next slide in the PPT, but please you come to the next page number 21, top. Courage, wisdom and generosity that their like may never be known again. We will underline it on the next page. अब मुझे यहाँ पे आपको क्या समझाना है. नेल्सन मंडेला सेज कि जब बहुत ज़्यादा ऑपरेशन और ब्रूटैलिटी सफ़र करनी पड़ती है किसी कंट्री के लोगों को तो उसमें से हीरोज़ निकल के आते हैं क्योंकि उस प्रेशर की वजह से जो लोग ट्रूली एडमेंट डिटर्मिन्ड फाइटर्स होते हैं, ट्रू लीडर्स होते हैं, दे कम आउट एंड दे एमर्ज and they come and fight for their country and they become heroes of the world. I'll give an example of our own nation over here. We all know that British ruled us for more than 100 years. During the British rule, because it was so long, we do not have so many great heroes as we have who have emerged during or after the British era. These heroes may be good leaders, these may be good writers, poets, these may be good, you can say, nationalists. These people can be good who have led any movement. Maybe the movement has lived for a short time. But we would not have had the names of Bhagat Singh, we would not have the names of Lala Lajpat Rai, Lal Bahadur Shastri. We would not have the names of all these people unless we had the pressure of cruelty, we had the pressure of discrimination or any kind of domination that was put on us by the British. So, because of this brutality, what happens? Courage, wisdom, and generosity. These virtues they take a better form, and people with these virtues they are born. Underline, it requires depths of oppression to create such heights of character. Very important line of the chapter. इसको रट लो, अगर क्वेश्चन में नहीं आती तो आपने आंसर में ज़रूर लिख के आना. It requires depths of oppression to create such heights of character. My country is rich in the minerals and gems that lie beneath its soil, but I have always known that its greatest wealth is its people, finer and truer than the purest diamonds. अगर आप ये पूरा लर्न कर सकते हो तो ठीक है, अदरवाइज जो आपने इस पैराग्राफ से लर्न करना है वो वर्ड्स मैं दोबारा बता रही हूँ, मिनिमम आपको लर्न करने ही करने हैं. करेज, विजडम, जेनरोसिटी, वन थिंग. उसके बाद आप लर्न करेंगे डेप्थ्स ऑफ ऑपरेशन, क्रिएट सच हाइट्स ऑफ कैरेक्टर, दो. तीसरा आपको लर्न करना है ग्रेटेस्ट वेल्थ इज इट्स पीपल. इट्स में आप लगाओगे इज हिज कंट्रीज मीन साउथ अफ्रीकन पीपल, फाइनर एंड ट्रूअर दैन द प्योरेस्ट डायमंड्स. ये 3 पॉइंट है, आपने रटने हैं. बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है पूरे चैप्टर में से. अगर इतना का आपको लर्न करना पड़ जाए आपका आंसर हैवी हो जाएगा, चाहे कैसा भी आंसर आ जाए. दिस चैप्टर इज़ नॉट टेकन बाय मोस्ट स्टूडेंट्स विद इंटरेस्ट, आई नो, बट जितना मैं आपको बोल रही हूँ लर्न करने को, आप इतने के नोट्स बना लो, पेपर में जाने से पहले एक बार पढ़ लो. आपको क्वेश्चन कहीं से भी आ जाए इस चैप्टर में, यू विल बी एबल टू डू दैट. It is from these comrades in the struggle, comrades are leaders, that I learned the meaning of courage. He says, मैंने इन लोगों से courage सीखा. Time and again I have seen men and women risk and give their lives for an idea. I have seen men stand up to attacks and torture without breaking, showing a strength and resilience that defies imagination. अब what did he learn from these people? Number 1, risk. Underline करो, एक तो risk. Second, attacks and torture without breaking. Strength and resilience, defying imagination. If you can learn this, it will be good. Otherwise, it is this is not necessary. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear. अब यहाँ ये necessary है. Start marking from I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. ये जो स्काई ब्लू वाला हाईलाइटेड पार्ट है, ये आपको लर्न करना है और ये ज़रूर लर्न करना है. तो बस वो यही बात बोलते हैं कि इन लोगों से मैंने सीखा हाउ टू गेट अप, हाउ टू फाइट, हाउ टू बी रिड ऑफ फियर. एक बार डर निकल जाए तो आप कुछ भी करवा लो. नो वन इज बॉर्न हेटिंग अनदर पर्सन बिकॉज ऑफ द कलर ऑफ द स्किन और हिज बैकग्राउंड और हिज रिलीजन. पीपल मस्ट लर्न टू हेट. अब देखो नेल्सन मंडेला कितनी ही टॉक्स अबाउट अ वेरी ब्यूटिफुल कॉन्सेप्ट. पीपल मस्ट लर्न टू हेट, एंड इफ दे कैन लर्न टू हेट दे कैन बी टॉट टू लव. For love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. वो कहते हैं कि लोगों को हेट करना सिखाना पड़ता है. कोई नेचुरली किसी को हेट नहीं करता. हम किसी को हेट करना शुरू करते हैं, हम किसी के बारे में कुछ सुन लेते हैं तो हम किसी के बारे में हमें कुछ पता चल जाता है या कोई कुछ बोल देता है. सो वी स्टार्ट लर्निंग टू हेट पीपल. हेटरेड मल्टीप्लाइज. इट इज़ नॉट एन इनबॉर्न स्पॉन्टेनियस थिंग. ही सेज इन द सेम वे they can be taught to love. If you can teach people to hate, you can teach people to love also. It only takes you to be positive. It only takes your surroundings to be speaking good of the person. And love comes naturally. Hatred does not come naturally. Even in the grimmest times in prison, when my comrades and I were pushed to our limits, I would see a glimmer of humanity in one of the guards, perhaps just for a second, but it was enough to reassure me and keep me going. तो वो एग्जाम्पल अपनी देते हैं. ही सेज कि व्हेन आई वाज इन द प्रिजन, अगर मुझे एक किसी गार्ड, प्रिजन के गार्ड में एक आंखों में थोड़ी सी पॉजिटिविटी, होप, गुडनेस नज़र आ जाती थी तो आई कुड सस्टेन माई सेल्फ देयर एंड माई टाइम वुड पास I would be able to manage my survival. But goodness की एक glimmer can make somebody's day. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden, but it cannot be extinguished. अगर किसी को hate करना सिखाओगे उसकी goodness थोड़ी देर के लिए छुप जाएगी, but somewhere or the other his goodness is going to come out. So there are two things to learn here. First of all, fear वाली लाइन मैंने आपको बताई थी. Secondly, एक hatred वाली, hatred is not natural, love is natural. और thirdly, man's goodness can be hidden but it cannot be extinguished. उसको ख़त्म नहीं हो सकता. So and now what we have to see here is through this writing we come to see that Nelson Mandela himself was a very sensitive, very powerful personality. You know, he had so many people standing up for him. He had so many people supporting freedom and his struggle, and they got into the jails, they got arrested for that, and they continued staying there because they were arrested. But look at his expectations. He looks only for a glimmer of humanity in someone's eyes. He looks for goodness in someone's heart. This shows the strength of his character. In life every man has twin obligations. अब ये क्वेश्चन शॉर्ट आंसर में बहुत बारी आता है. ट्विन ऑब्लिगेशंस क्या थे? किसी भी के भी इंसान के ट्विन ऑब्लिगेशंस होते हैं, एक पर्सनल और एक होता है नॉन पर्सनल. ऑब्लिगेशंस टू हिज फैमिली ये पर्सनल हो गया, इसमें आ गए पेरेंट्स, वाइफ, चिल्ड्रन. सेकेंड है ऑब्लिगेशन टू हिज पीपल, उसमें क्या है? कम्युनिटी एंड कंट्री. ये पर्सनल नहीं. इन अ सिविल, ये लर्न करना है, यू हैव टू लर्न दिस. इन अ सिविल एंड ह्यूमेन society, each man is able to fulfill those obligations according to his own inclinations and abilities. But in a country like South Africa, it was impossible for a man of my birth and color to fulfill both of these obligations. वो कहता है आम तौर पे हर कोई ये दोनों obligations पूरी कर लेता है, बट क्योंकि आई वॉज अ ब्लैक, मेरे कंट्री ने मुझे ये दो obligations पूरे करने में प्रॉब्लम की. In South Africa, a man of color who attempted to live as a human being was punished and isolated. You could not live the life of a respectable human being in South Africa before democracy came. A man who tried to fulfill his duty to his people was inevitably ripped from his family and his home and was forced to live a life apart, a twilight existence of secrecy and rebellion. तो अगर आप अपनी पब्लिक के लिए कुछ करो, कम्युनिटी के लिए कुछ करो, तो वाइट्स में भी आकर उनको, उस इंसान को उठाते थे और उसको सिक्लूड कर देते थे, आइसोलेट कर देते थे, पनिश कर देते थे. अब आप फैमिली से भी दूर चले गए, आप अपनी कम्युनिटी से भी दूर करोगे. हाउ विल यू सर्व द ट्विन ऑब्लिगेशंस? दिस इज व्हाट ही सेज. I did not in the beginning choose to place my people above my family, but in attempting to serve my people, I found that I was prevented from fulfilling my obligations as a son, a brother, a father and husband. कहते मैंने कभी नहीं सोचा था कि मैं कम्युनिटी को फैमिली से इम्पॉर्टेंट मानूंगा, बट जब मैंने कम्युनिटी के लिए काम करना शुरू किया तब आई अंडरस्टूड दैट आई हैड टू, समथिंग और द अदर वुड हैपन, दैट आई could not do my obligations as a family person. तो नेल्सन मंडेला को क्या प्रॉब्लम आई ट्विन ऑब्लिगेशंस में? ये इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन बनता है, कॉमनली आता है, यू हैव टू आंसर दिस. आई वॉज नॉट बॉर्न विद हंगर टू बी फ्री. I was born free in every way, and that I could know. Free to run in the fields near my mother's hut, free to swim in the clear stream that ran through my village, free to roast mealies under the stars and ride the broad backs of slow-moving bulls. As long as I obeyed my father and abided by the customs of my tribe, I was not troubled by the laws of man or God. He says कि जब तक हम इंसान, ये सिम्बॉलिकली बात करते हैं, हम अपने ही काम, अपने आप से मतलब रखते हैं तो तुम्हें कोई तंग नहीं करता. लेकिन जिस दिन आप अपने आप के दायरे से बाहर निकलते हो तो लोगों को प्रॉब्लम होने लग जाती है. तो वो कहता है कि मैं तो अच्छा वाला फ्री था, अपनी कम्युनिटी में काम करता था, मेरे को, मैं ठीक है खा पी लेता था, इट वॉज गुड. बट इट वॉज ओनली व्हेन आई बिगैन टू लर्न दैट माई बॉयहुड फ्रीडम वॉज एन इल्यूजन. कहता है लेकिन जब मैं बड़ा हुआ तब मेरे को ये समझ में आया कि नो, आई वॉज लिविंग अ लाइफ ऑफ इल्यूजन. दैट फ्रीडम वॉज नॉट रियल फ्रीडम. दैट फ्रीडम वॉज जस्ट अ मिस्टेक. फ्री इन एवरी वे दैट आई कुड नो. वो कहता मुझे लगता था कि मैं हर तरह से फ्री हूँ, फ्री टू डू सो मच थिंग्स, बट इन रियलिटी ही वॉज नॉट फ्री. When I discovered as a young man that my freedom had been taken away from me, I began to hunger for it. और तब जब उसको बड़े होकर पता लगा कि बहुत सारी बातें हैं जो वो एज अ फ्री सिटीजन नहीं कर सकता, तब he says कि I started feeling the trouble. At first, as a student, पहली बात स्टूडेंट की लाइफ में, I wanted freedom only for myself. Transitory freedoms of being able to stay out at night, read what I pleased and go where I choose. But ये सारी बातें वो नहीं कर सकते थे. As a young man in Johannesburg, I yearned for the basic and honorable freedoms of achieving my potential, of earning my keep, of marrying and having a family, the freedom not to be obstructed in lawful life. तो ये सारे freedoms he wanted, but did he get them? No. He did not get the freedom of having a family. He did not get a freedom of having a lawful life. He did not have a freedom of achieving his potential, of earning whatever he could earn. Slowly I saw that not only was I not free, but my brothers and sisters were not free. And then he realized that other blacks like him were also not free. It was not just my freedom that was curtailed matlab reduced, but the freedom of everyone who looked like I did. Because of color, everybody was facing this problem of freedom. And then I joined African National Congress, and that is when the hunger of my own freedom became greater hunger for the freedom of his people. तो ये लाइन आप अंडरस्टैंड करोगे. It was this desire for freedom of my people to live their lives with dignity. अब यहाँ पे desires क्या थी उनकी, मार्क करो. Dignity, self-respect that animated my life. It transformed a frightened young man into a bold one. Change क्या आया? Frightened young man से bold man बन गए. Drove a law-abiding attorney to become a criminal that turned a family-loving husband into a man without a home. That forced a life-loving man to live like a monk. I am no more virtuous or self-sacrificing than the next man, but I found I could not even enjoy the poor and limited freedoms I was allowed when I knew my people were not free. तो ही सेज देखते देखते जब पता लगा कि कम्युनिटी में बाकी के लोग फ्री नहीं हैं, तो ही सेज दैट आई स्टार्टेड, उनमें चेंजेस आए. ही डिड नॉट लिव like a life loving man, a family loving man. He started living like a monk. Then he lived like a homeless man. He became a bold man. He became a criminal because whatever he spoke was against the law. He became an outlaw. He says these changes came to me because I realized that I may enjoy my personal freedom, but my community cannot enjoy a lot of freedom. So freedom is indivisible. The chains on any one of my people were the chains on all of them. The chains on all of my people were the chains on me. तो ये लाइन आपको रटनी है यहाँ पे कि freedom easy है, indivisible है, chains on any one of them is chains on all of them, chains on all of them is a chain on me. I knew that oppressor must be liberated. अब ये बहुत टेक्निकल पॉइंट एक नेल्सन मंडेला यहाँ पे बोलते हैं. वो कहते हैं कि मैं जानता था कि ऑप्रेसर मस्ट बी लिबरेटेड एज श्योरली एज द ऑप्रेस्ड. ऑप्रेसर कौन होता है? जो ऑप्रेस करता है, जो रूल्स बनाता है, जो डोमिनेट करता है. तो इस केस में वाइट्स. ही सेज द वाइट्स मस्ट बी लिबरेटेड जस्ट एज श्योरली एज द ऑप्रेस्ड. जो ऑप्रेस होता है ब्लैक्स, कहते हैं दोनों को फ्रीडम चाहिए. ये नहीं है कि अगर कोई बंदा आपको डोमिनेट कर रहा है, आपके ऊपर डिस्क्रिमिनेशन कर रहा है, उसको नहीं फ्रीडम चाहिए, उसे भी फ्रीडम चाहिए. अ मैन हु टेक्स अवे अनदर मैन्स फ्रीडम इज़ अ प्रिजनर ऑफ हेट्रेड. क्योंकि वो खुद हेट्रेड के प्रिजन में फंसा हुआ है, उसको फ्रीडम चाहिए हेट्रेड से. ही इज़ लॉक्ड बिहाइंड द बार्स ऑफ प्रेजुडिस एंड नैरो माइंडेडनेस. ही इज़ इन द जेल ऑफ prejudice means biasness, in the jail of narrow-mindedness, in the jail of hatred. He says I am not truly free if I am taking away someone else's freedom. Just as surely as I am not free when my freedom is taken from me, the oppressed and the oppressor alike are robbed of their humanity. He says कि जो oppressed होता है और जो oppressor होता है, दोनों अपनी humanity को lose कर देते हैं. This means that when you are oppressed, then you are also at fault, and when you are oppressor, then also you are at fault. In both these cases, you lose your humanity. So it is not human to undergo these kind of oppression also, and it is definitely not human to hold this kind of an oppression on some other human. So that was about what Nelson Mandela told about oppression, about freedom, about his life. Let's take a quick recap through these two questions. What did he think for the oppressor and the oppressed? This is the last part of the chapter. What did freedom mean to him during his childhood? We are ending the phase 2 here. Let's get back on phase 3.